What's cooking, folks? Vermillion Phoenix here, and today I'm going to be jumping into some more Orcs Must Die Unchained. This time, we are going into the training grounds on Master. So, if you have floor scorchers, grinders, and viscous tar, bring those instead of regular tar, brimstones, and the arrow walls. Sorry about that. Had a brain fart. We're going to be using Max here as usual, but Max is not really needed because this stage gives you a ton of cash, like way too much. So we're going to be using the usual stuff: vegetable amending, lion guardian, floor spikes, barricades, arrow walls, brimstones, tar traps, and swinging mace and a concussive pounder at tiers 4, 3, 2, and 1. Alright, here we go. The first thing that we are going to want to do is come back here and drop our default position guardian, the lion guardian, over there. If you have a second guardian, you're going to want to use him in the second guardian location down here. If you have a quartermaster, that's his home location. He is the best choice. Bring him. Now, I have a quartermaster, but I'm not using him, and it's going to become very, very difficult in Master to try not to use unupgraded traps. If you have better traps for the stages, by all means, please use them. Do not put yourself through some of the things that I'm actually doing here, just because this is very much just more of a struggle than using the traps that should be properly made for the stage. So again, grinders, viscous tar, and floor scorchers would be the best choice for this map to deal with the soldiers and the satyrs that are going to be coming in very high volume. That seems to be the main thing with Master. They just decided that to make the game difficult, we're just going to throw satyrs at you at every possible opportunity, repeatedly, over and over again. I'm not too sure I like that. I mean, it definitely makes things more difficult, but all it really does is force you to trap for satyrs over, say, any soldiers. And grinders actually do both of those very well, which is why they're the most highly recommended trap for this map. So again, if you have grinders, use them. They're great. They will make this so much easier. You'll replace all of the arrow walls, that I will be building here with grinders. You'll see why I said whoops there in just a moment. We will actually be having the enemy stick to that wall, and spacing those barricades out as such will essentially allow you to build your grinders there without pretty much having to think about anything else. Okay, we're going to stun those guys again. Okay. We don't have another stun yet. Actually, I'm just going to Unchained and start to back away here, dealing as much damage as I can on these guys. Fire another arrow into the middle. Okay, get rid of that bear and that one, and we should be good to go. Now there's another guy behind him. Alright, with that done, we're going to mash Z, turn around, drop barricade here, spike, spike, brimstone, brimstone, arrow wall, tar, tar, brimstone, tar, and arrow wall. Now we're going to stun these guys on that tar, wait for them to group up, and then fire an in your faces on them. Most heroes will actually wind up dying if they're close enough to the kobolds at that time. We just got Smolder to basically kill herself by walking into the lightning, and after she regenerates, we'll get a few more shots on her, and that will take her out. Now, if you have either Hogarth or Bianca are the worst possible spawns for that, just because Hogarth will not die, and he'll actually slow you down due to his ice attacks. Bianca just has also a ton of HP, and you'll have to back away from her while shooting her with shots that would be best used for the soldiers that are going to be coming through. Gonna take in your faces. The speed boost upgrade is actually a good choice here as well, just because I'm not sure if all of the damage from in your faces is going to be needed at all times here. So feel free to try that instead. Because of the way that you'll be moving around this stage, that may actually be a better choice. So I'm going to place another brimstone here, and then we'll also get a brimstone here. Now those brimstones will essentially handle most of the enemies that we will have to deal with. As long as their shields don't pop up, we should be okay as far as just making sure that they're taken out. And now you see that we have this corridor to fight enemies in. Line up your shot before taking that, because if you miss it, you're going to have a lot more to deal with, and it's effectively just going to make you miss par. So it's not a good idea to whiff that shot. In any case, it's one of the most important shots you can take. If you're using a melee hero, then it'll be harder to miss, but just make sure that you are getting close enough to your targets to start dealing damage as soon as you can, and you'll be fine with that. Okay. Now, these guys are pretty tough, but the Pride Hunters can be stunned. Feel free to do so that you don't have as much to worry about from them. If you can't stun the Pride Hunters, pop your deflector. That was pretty perfectly timed. So that you can electrocute them without having to deal with too much of their shenanigans. They do deal a lot of damage, so try not to have to be at their mercy. We're going to mass Z here immediately again, and we're going to start building out this area here. Now, there's going to be a lot of arrow walls everywhere. And we're going to be checkerboarding, brimstone, and tar. And this will essentially make it so that you don't have to worry about the majority of the kobolds that are going to be running through here, which is the goal. I mean, that's one of the best things that you could possibly have happen. About halfway through, turn around and just start dealing with these bears. The big bear is going to get his life back, so make sure you shoot him in the face. And then the rest of the guys should essentially be whittled down by your tar brimstone setup. Alright, because some of the enemies will decide to spread out there, I'm going to place another one of those. We're going to stun this guy so that those shield bears go down, and then fire at the big bear in the back. I think we almost got that shield bear taken care of. Okay. And we're going to Unchained here again just because of the huge collection of giants and bears that we seem to have acquired here. And I believe we still have one more wave to deal with. Our main goal here is just to eliminate enemies as soon as possible to make it easier for us to par. Now, I'd have a decent amount of cash, but most of the coin that I have now is going to be saved for a very specific reason. Feel free to charge this gate so that you can get as much damage off without missing shots. And then once Swifty gets in front, stun him, fire that bolt, and then focus shots on him so that he dies before he gets too close. He can jump barricades, and once he gets over your barricades, because that forces you to get out of prime shooting position, it's not good. Then turn around here and start doing whatever you can towards these guys. Of course, you want to blast the big grizzlies as soon as you can. And we are in possession of So Beautiful It Hurts now, I believe. Yes, we are. Nope, no, we're not. We have one more level to go for that. We will get that on the next level. Okay. And we're going to let the fire do what it does. Not worry about that guy too much. And then we're going to get over here. We're going to mash Z while we're going up. And we're going to have to speed build this, so it's not going to be optimal, but provided I survive this wave, you will see what you're going to be dealing with. So here we go. Arrow walls everywhere. So many arrow walls. So spike this up. Brimstone, tar, brimstone, tar, and then tar, tar. And then you're going to want to come over here and drop these concussive pounders and some more arrow walls. Now stun this guy so that he takes a good amount of damage and you get the shield guy out of the way. Unchained if they manage to make it past this part at all, because you can't afford it. You really can't. There's going to be some satyrs mixed in with that group. If they manage to get through, whoa, don't pick that up yet. You're going to have some big issues. Grabbing so beautiful it hurts. These buffs. And because the wave hadn't started yet and I got close to the rift, I can actually just jump down here and start hammering it on these guys. So I'm going to stun them so that the lightning damage hopefully could cascade on a few. Those barricades and the brimstones here will essentially handle most of that for you. And now you can take care of these archers before they get to do anything crazy. Now, Big Bear is probably going to have full HP, so hit him with an in your faces. And then we just spread the love around with this good old lightning crossbow. Alright, now we have some giants coming. Giants really not that big a deal. They may aggro you. If they do, that's fine. Just keep backpedaling. Stun them there and try to get that giant to explode. And that guy just got afraid, turned around and started running backwards. Alright, now this wave is interesting because if you're taking that speed buff that I mentioned, it's going to become useful now. You have to wait over here for this, what is it, unstable rift to appear. And when it does, you'll want to just fire and in your faces at it. Sooner you do it, the better. And then we're going to come over here and rush towards our friendly neighborhood guardian so we can start defending him. Now, they're going to open up some other things here. Whoa. Do not let those guys get through. Whoa. That was close. We're going to have some more satyrs coming through. Try to pick off the guys in the back here because they're going to be archers. Oh, wow. There's Pride Hunter here too. And then you want to try to position yourself over here so that you can take out that satyr. And then I believe you should be good to go. Try to protect your guardian's HP as much as possible. He's going to be dealing with some really heavy units. The sooner you can keep him from dying, the better off you will be. Then you want to run over here, hit the speed pad here, turn left, and then hop just before it wears off. Gun down this bear because nothing else is close to him. And then start dealing with the rest of these guys. So that's one of the trickiest waves that you'll have to deal with. It's very interesting one set up by the devs there. I like the way that that's set up just because of the way that you have to approach it. But this guy's just wasting my time, like literally. Like, what the heck? Alright, now this starts up again. You're going to want to run immediately up to your lone guardian, or if you have more than one, just to the rear guardian and start dealing damage to these guys. I don't have the arrow walls here yet, so I'm going to toss those up. And then, alright, that guy goes down. Get rid of these shield dudes. Run in here with your deflector up, and feel free to stun them. Get all of your abilities firing here. And then we have more of those crazy satyr rushes coming from the back. Oh gosh, I didn't trap this up nearly as well as I needed to for satyrs either. So we're going to shoot them, and then we're going to try to fire at the ones coming this way. And then I think that's it. Going to blast max, and then nobody else seems to be coming up here. That's super dangerous. So take them out. Our guardian took care of everything that was up top, so we're lucky in that sense. And then we have these guys. There's a lot of bears, so we're actually going to fire that. And then I think I'm going to Unchained just because I don't believe that I'll be able to deal with everything easily here. And I think we're going to need Unchained for the next wave. We get a pickup, which is great. All right. Again, we're just... Oh, nice. We have Persistent now. That additional damage is going to help out so much because of the way that it chains to other enemies. Let me actually back up and grab that Unchained pickup now. Oh, wait, did I? No. Okay. And now, again, we are going to start back here. I am going to place a barricade here. And then we're going to flame this up. Okay. I think that's the most that we can possibly do. We've reached our trap count. There's really not much else that we can do now, and it's all about just getting the damage done. Now I have about 2 minutes for this wave. That's about what you need. This wave is super tough. Make sure that you get some damage off on Sarge. The fire should do the rest for you. I'm gonna Unchained here, just because it will help with getting those lightning procs off a bit quicker. And then I'm just gonna pick up this pickup and run with it now. Gonna hit this speed pad here, the other speed pad, and then we're going to come down here and get the rest of this Unchained effect really going. Now again, if you use abilities and their cooldown would start as soon as the ability gets fired while you're Unchained, then you get the limited cooldown or the Unchained cooldown bonus for it. So that's super important. Make sure you do that. Alright, and because of those bonuses, we can actually get chained shots off of that shield guy when we're shooting him in the back, which is amazing. Alright, and I think this may actually get it for us. We have about a minute to finish these guys off. I think that's enough time. Alright, get that big grizzly dead. Fire that in your faces off. And I think if I'm really lucky, I will par this for the first time, guys. Whoa, don't kill me now, please. Max doesn't even do the happy dance, really? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes! Alright, and there we go. I have my final master chest from the training ground. Only thing I need to do now is finish up the hero victories. And so you can see, again, on any stage that has order minions, because of the way that the soldiers reduce damage, the hero damage gets so much closer to the damage dealt by traps. This is also due to the fact that I Unchained repeatedly. And the cascading lightning damage, actually, when that triggers properly, gets you a lot more hero damage. So being able to do things like that will help you solve this stage significantly, but as always, the grinders are probably the best choice and will make almost everything else here look ridiculously sad in comparison. However, thank you guys for watching. I sincerely appreciate it. If this was entertaining or informative to you, helped you in any way, feel free to like it or upvote it on whichever platform you're on. That helps me out a lot and lets me know that you guys want to see more things like this. In addition to that, if you have anything you want to say to me or ask me about the game or just anything in general, feel free to drop it in the comments. I respond to comments anytime I have the opportunity, and I always appreciate speaking with you guys. I mean, it's why I do this, right? Lastly, feel free to follow me if you want to see more things that I'll be doing in the future. There's a lot of other things that I actually have planned. It's just finding the time to get them now, and just making sure that I can push this content out for you guys to view it and be able to help you out is really what I'm focused on at the moment. So either way, thanks as always for watching. I appreciate it, and until next time, guys, have a good one.